Oh my gosh. Guys, I think it restarted our stream. But yeah, we're here. Because we have to heal like immediately here. Something. Yes. Yes. Pump shotgun, baby. God. Just ate it. Alright, we gotta go. I don't know what's ahead of us. Oh, I'll come. Okay, okay. 5th place. A little bit of glitching happening. We're back somehow. Hopefully you guys are still here too. I don't know what happened there. But as long as it keeps going the way it is now, I think we might be okay. Let's go ahead and check. The weather is pretty bad here, guys, so that, yeah. Snow's supposed to it's supposed to start snowing again here in just a couple minutes. So I'm not sure how much longer we're going to be streaming, but we're going to try here as long as we can. Let's see here. All right, we're in. Fire auto shotgun, okay. Yeah, it's not doing too hot here, guys. We're gonna try to get him for shits and giggles, though. God, what is happening? Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad, guys. We're here, though. We're trying. God, this is... You're on me? Yeah, I thought so. It is. Yes. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get to use it here with the way that everything's acting, but we're gonna try. Looks like our Internet's fixing there, whatever's happening. I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if it was our internet here, if it was, had some glitches with Fortnite. I know they've been having some issues here lately, but put that aside. Let's go ahead and get into it. Hey, might as well take advantage of it while we got it, right? Hopefully you guys are still enjoying your evening. Let's go get him with this hyperburst pistol. Oh, or just ate it. Come on, bro. Do that. We ain't worried about that wrecked revolver right now. Nah, Homer. Nah, Homer. Nah, Homer. Oh, shit, bro. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's get into another one, guys, if we can. That if it runs as smooth as that one just did, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape for a little bit. At least the next half hour, guys. I can guarantee that we're going to at least try here for at least the next half hour. Yeah, but we got our new skin here, Carve, which you guys can see the front of him right now. I can show you guys more, well, you guys already seen it in the lobby, so we're good there. But it's pretty cool. I got a couple new emotes as well. Right. Auto shotgun. I'm trying to remember, guys. It seems strange to me. Like, I always knew. I'm pretty sure it's always been a twin fire auto, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. And we get a sword or daggers. Okay. Let's see what they are. So let's go ahead and get them. Try them out. See what happens. Bro. Yes. First time using them, guys. First time. Alright, so. I am just gonna wreck. Oh, you were really trying that shit. You almost had me. God, 7 points left, guys. 7 points. This is. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Big R? Wow. I think we should use it. I have not used the indigo mask yet. I have not used it yet. We're gonna try it. Okay, we're taking the gold. Daggers. I'm loving them. Absolutely loving them. We need to heal, though. That's all I got right now. Bro! No! I was so close. I was so close to getting some. Wow. Hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Alright, getting into another one. We were gonna try to play a bunch of We were gonna try to play a bunch of different other modes here, guys, tonight, but we're only gonna be on here, like I said, probably 30 more minutes, so till 9 o'clock p.m. here, Eastern Standard Time. But tomorrow we're gonna try to be on here a little bit. We're gonna try to be on here more. It's just we're having weather right now outside, so it's snowing and everything, so it's affecting the way that we can play. But we're gonna keep trying regardless. Hopefully you guys aren't having those kind of issues, but maybe you are as well. Maybe we're in the same boat with all this. Oh yeah. Everyone's landing. Oh my god, okay. What do you got to offer? Nothing? A couple of those rift to goes for me? Keep it moving. Go ahead and fill up. Take another rift to go. We got plenty of ammo. At least in 2 rifles. Oh god, storm. Run! I know we got a rift. I'm so glad we have these guys. If we didn't have these rifts, we'd be fighting the storm right now. Yes! Here we go. I didn't even know I'm coming up on them right now. I need to get some of this ammo. That's what I'm trying to get. Maybe a new weapon. I see him. Damn, is there any other weapons around here? Or is this it? I don't know. Either someone is shooting at someone else, or they have the worst aim. I'm even gonna use this pistol on you, bro. Okay. Thanks for that twin shotgun. Make sure everything's reloaded here. Can never have too much. Got a little witch's broom. Go 200, we're good. Look, I'll go in too. Up right, we'll meet at the bottom. God, go. Ah. Nah, bro. Okay. All right. Fourth place. They had a gold havoc. Okay. That's one way to go out with it. Oh my god, somebody's got him. This is by far one of my favorite modes to play is Blitz. Next, I have to say probably zero build, but I do occasionally play build sometimes. I'm not much of a builder, guys, but I like to play sometimes. I like to play against. I don't know. I just like the competition. I guess you could say. I like the fun for it. It's not always. It's not always easy, obviously. There's some people in there that is just. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. I know a lot of people play on here like 24/7. Not a lot of people, okay. I want to say a lot of people because that's exaggerating, but ooh, bro, in the air. You know what? I don't want your sword. I don't want it. That thing's just gonna get me in trouble. Ooh. Look, they reward you for good behavior, right? I see him. I think we should just go ahead and take this guy out next. This shotgun's gotta go. I realized there were footprints. Just like melted away. You know what? I'm not even worried about that chest now. I just want to keep going. It's not important to me anymore. Alright, I gotta go. Come on. Stamina, bro. Stamina. Ooh, hello. We do gotta keep it moving. Storm is just riding behind us. Yeah, we were not going to try a shotgun from that far away. It just was not going to work for us. Okay. Looks like fourth place is our lucky spot we're getting here. But the last match wasn't too bad. Oh, buddy, get down. Down. All right, good boy. Nah. Glitches are here and there, but what do? You work through them, right? Still gotta get on here and play. can't let glitches get in the way, I guess. Stopped at this spot a lot. Yeah, I don't need that. Oh no. Look, guys. I hope it didn't get me. I hope it didn't get me this time. It likes to. God, we're dropping those. Oh my gosh. Just giving us everything all at once. Yep. Oh, we got it, guys. It's the glitch. This thing will hit you sometimes. Glad they ran, honestly. Give me this gun. Come here. Don't run. I can't. I'm scooting across the ground at you. I'll take this if I can still. Guys, we're gonna try to still win this match somehow. It's okay. No! No, 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 no! Ah! They still got me. They still got me. Alright, guys, well, the way that it's looking here, I don't know. The internet keeps jumping back and forth. It's very, very glitchy. I think this might be where we ended here, guys. I think we're gonna go ahead and head back to the lobby. I do want to let you guys get a good view at the new skin I got. Real quick. There he is. I know it's a Christmas skin. I know it is, but this is definitely one I'm going to be using, you know, after Christmas. Ooh, we didn't open our present. Let's go ahead and do that real quick, guys, before we end this stream. So, got these little guys. Put over here, see if we can open any of these. I'm disappointed. Oh. Okay, so this is one of the emotes. So we got kind of like it. I don't know. I don't know about you guys. Did you guys let me know? So we got that, and then we just have which other one did we get? Think about it here for a second. I did add the rage quit, guys. Especially with what's happening right now with everything. Like, just exactly what you want to do. This one I thought was funny, guys, so I did get this one. But yeah, guys, what do we got here for passes? We have we got 3 rewards. Okay. Also, guys, we're just gonna go ahead and claim them. We get a little V-Bucks as well. Alright, guys. Well, that's where we're gonna end it here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, please consider hitting that follow button and the notification. And please consider also visiting my YouTube channel. It's under the Joey Longlegs. Same thing as it is on here. TikTok, Instagram, and on Twitch. So yeah. So I will be letting you guys know whenever the next video is coming out. And I will see you guys in the next live stream. Later, guys.